Good morning, students. How are you all? Welcome to computer class. Today we are going to continue our second chapter, Windows Movie Maker. But before that, let's recall the things. We did learn about Windows Movie Maker, features of Windows Movie Maker, components and adding photos, videos and audios to your movie. Today we are going to learn about adding transition, title, credits, overlay, effects and saving and exporting project. Let's start with adding transition. A transition adds visual effects to the movie. It adds connectively to the screen of movie. It adds visual effects to your movie. Follow this step to add transitions. Step number 1. Add photos, videos to timeline. Add photos and videos to timeline. Step number 2. Click on transitions option on the timeline. Click on transition option. Select the desired transition. Here many types of transitions are available. Click on random to all transition. Play movie to observe the transitions effect. We already add transitions in PPTs also. That is called transitions. Now add titles and credits. To add text-based information to the movies, titles and credits, captions are used. Titles are added at the starting of the movies and credits are added at the end of movie. At the starting, titles are added and at the end of the movie, credits are added. Follow this step to add titles or credits. Step number 1. Add videos and images to timeline. Step number 1, that is already added. Now step number 2, click on title or credit option on the timeline. Click on title or credit option. Step number 3, select the type of text and right click on it. Select the type of text and right click on it. Step number 4, click on apply and edit option. Click on apply and edit option. Step number 5, a dialog box will appear. Edit the default text and type something meaningful or type that you want to display on your movie. Step number 6, now edit the title by selecting different font styles and color schemes. Different types of fonts and colors are available, so make changes. Step number 7, click on OK button. Step number 8, click on apply to timeline to add the text. You can also drag it to the timeline. Click on apply to timeline. Step number 9, play the clip to observe the changes. Now you can see the title will be added. Now let's learn adding filters. Follow this step to add filters to your movie. Step number 1, add videos and images to the timeline. That is, we already added. Okay. Step number 2, click on filter options on the timeline. Filter option is available there. Select the filters of your choice. Here the different types of filters are available. So select filter of your choice. Now click on apply to timeline to add filters. You can also drag them to the timeline. Select the filters and click on apply to timeline option. So this way you can add the filter. Step number 5. Now play the clip and observe the changes. Now let's learn how to adding overlays. Overlay means to emphasize certain effect in a movie. Overlay means to emphasize certain effect in a movie. Follow this step to add overlays to a movie. Step number 1. Add videos and images to timeline. That we already added. Now step number 2. Click on overlay option on the timeline. Now step number 3. Select the types of overlays. Select the types of overlays. Step number 4. Click on apply to timeline to add it. You can also drag the overlays to the timeline. So these are overlays. Now step number 5. Play your clip and observe changes. Now let's learn adding elements. You can add elements to your movies. Follow the step to add elements to a movie. Step number 1. Add images or video to the timeline. Step number 2. Click on element option on the timeline. Step number 3. Select the element of your choice. Different kinds of elements available there. So select the element of your choice. And step number 4. Click on the apply to timeline to add it. And you can also drag it to the timeline. So your selected element get inserted. Now play your clip and observe the changes that your selected elements will entered. Now let's learn how to saving a movie. Once we create, all the changes are done. Save it for future use. Follow this step to save a movie. Step number 1. Click on the File tab. Step number 2. Select the Save Project option. Select the Save Project option. Step number 3. A Save Project dialog box will appear. Now specify the desired name in the file name box. Give the name to your file. Now step number 4. Click on the Save button. So now your project is saved. Now let's learn how to exporting a movie. Follow this step to export a movie. Step number 1. Click on the export option on the timeline. Step number 2. An export setting dialog box will appear. You can see here it is export dialog box. Step number 3. Give a name for movie in a name box. Give a name. Step number 4. Click on this icon. You can see the icon to save box to save video in a selected folder. So you have to select the folder. Select folder dialog box will appear now. Select the folder or type the name of the folder. Step number 5. A select folder dialog box will appear. Select your folder where you save to file, and last, step number 6, click on the select folder option. Now step number 7, click on setting to add more details setting to your video. Step number 8, click on export button. A dialog box will appear showing the status of exporting. It shows the processing of exporting. So that's it for today, students. Thank you. Bye bye.